Good afternoon. Welcome to a very unusual live haul unboxing video for myself. Hello, Freddie and Antique Curios. Yes, I have calmed down from yesterday's video. What can I say? I'm not even going to go into yesterday's video. I don't want to get myself wound up. But because of yesterday's video and all the fuss and all the emails and messages and everything that came with yesterday, I'm actually running a day behind. So I thought rather than film the stock today, edit the video down and be late putting the videos out, I thought I'd do a live unboxing instead. Myself and Stephen Bunny went down to Cardiff on Sunday. Stephen Bunny got Anagram Antiques in Pontypridd Market. If you're down around there, pop in. It's a good little stall. Anyway, we went down to Bessemer Road, we went down to Splot Market, we went to Tremorfa Industrial Estate, which is a flea market and an auction. So all in all, I spent quite a lot of money and had a really good day. So what I plan on doing today is we're going to go through as much of it as I can today, unboxing it live. You can give your opinions. I want to do a little bit of research on a couple of the pieces as we go along to find out prices. Literally, this stuff, I have got bags and bags and bags of it that I haven't even opened since buying it Sunday. I'm that far behind, and I'm back out Saturday morning for Splot again, and Sunday I'm going to Malvern. So I need to get this stock filmed and listed and wrapped up and packed away so I can get out buying again. So hopefully you'll enjoy a bit of a different live unboxing. How are you, Anya? And hello, Pete. Okay, so should we get started? I don't know where to start. So I'm going to start with one of my favorite buys, which cost me an absolute arm and a leg. These are my favorite buy. Now, these come in from Tremorfa Flea Market. I'll put this one down a minute. They didn't come in cheap. They are a pair of Egyptian Revival, I would think, solid brass or bronze door handles, but they are erotic as well. There is a pair of them. I've done a couple of photographs of these, so you can actually see them close up, and I'll show you the photographs in just a minute, and you can give your opinions on them. They're about 10, 12 inches, weigh a ton, and they are really, really good looking. To be honest with you, I've never seen another pair like it. They've got good age. I'm wondering if they are cleaned bronze rather than brass. The weight and the quality of them suggests that to me. I'm worried to tell you how much I paid for them, to be honest with you. I paid £165 for this pair. I know, it's a lot of money. I'm going to show you the photographs of them now. The reason behind paying this much money was I think they are exceptional. Bear with me. I got a screen share. There we go. Okay, so maybe that's not the best photograph in the world. There you have them. They are really, really good looking bronze Egyptian Revival. So I'd say probably 1920s. They're erotic with the privates showing. They're a cat. And as I said, I paid 160 or 165 pounds for the pair. Now, the dealer was actually asking 155 pounds a handle. Now, I've never actually known anybody to sell door handles separately. When you've got a pair of door handles and he's there, well, I want money for that one and money for that one separate. You sell them as a pair. But no, the dealer wanted 155 pounds each. Now, when I approached the dealer, I actually asked him what his trade was, thinking it was 155 pounds for the pair. So he came back and he said to me, well, no, actually, they're 155 pounds each. At which point I was umming and ahhing, do I run away? And then he came back and we dealt at 165, I think it was. Now, I think they're exceptional. I had a look on my phone on the day whilst we were down there buying them, and I couldn't find anything similar. Nothing at all. And the way I'm looking at this, the type of house these are going to go to is going to be something seriously big, something seriously grand. And if you can afford £150 or £200 on a pair of door handles, you can afford £400 or £500 on a pair of door handles, and you're not going to find another one. So I'm thinking these are worth something like £350, £400 a pair of door handles. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, and I'm waiting for your opinions and your disagreements. But I think they set quite exceptional, spectacular. So yeah, don't ever think I'm afraid to put my money where my mouth is. I took a hell of a gamble, £165 for a pair of door handle. Hello, Claire. Anya, saying you're worried about saying anything to your local charity shop. Well, we'll see what happens from this one. Stevens actually wrote to the MP and to Trading Standards, so we'll see what happens. We'll do a follow-up on the video. Anyway, don't know what you think of those. They were beautiful. So, what should we do next? Okay, so it's going to be a mixture of all over the place in a minute. This one we drove across. Now, Splot Market, for those of you who watch my channel who are local, Splot Market never do a car boot sale on a Sunday. They only do a car boot sale on a Thursday morning and a Saturday morning. But if you know, Bessemer Road car boot sale have been shut down, and Splot Market have picked up the slack. So there's now a car boot sale in Splot on the Sunday, which we didn't know about. We were driving over to the flea market, and I said, well, let's drive across to the market and see whether they've chucked one or two car boot sale stalls on the outside. And we got over there, it must have been 50, 60 stalls there. It was like Christmas, but we were like 3-4 hours late. But we went in and we had a look around. Now, Steve bought some nice pieces, you know, expanding, toasting forks and things like that. The only thing really I bought that I like is this. And this is a 1992 Cardiff City signed football, signed by the full team. Now, we did actually look at this on the day while we were sat in the car, and there was a slightly later one sold for £80 and a 1991 sold for £80. So Cardiff City signed football, probably given away at a charity event or something like that. And there's all the signatures are readable. It is a little dirty, I must admit. It could do with a clean, but you've got to be careful not to remove the signatures. So for me, it'll be going exactly as it is. It cost me a tenner, and I think I'll be asking about £45, something like that, £45, £50 for this signed football. But what I might do, I might see whether I've got a nice case or something like that in the garage that I could put it in which case I could ask more money with it all cased up nice and looking the part. But an unusual little piece of the moon with that. Peter there. I presume off the eye you're talking about the door handles. To be honest with you, I'm of the opinion they're that good quality and they're going to be on some massive house that wants something that just stands out as screams unique, unusual, rare. And I think, you know, if they can afford it, they'll pay it. That's what I think with that. Okie dokie. Okay, this one. This one I actually bought in the pumping station, which is a big, massive 4 or 5 story antique centre in the heart of Cardiff. If you can imagine, it was the old pumping station for the estuary. Now it's big, massive antique centre, probably houses 300 dealers, 400 dealers, I don't know, massive. But if you ever go down there, look out for a stall and ask for a man called Adrian. He always buys unique items, some beautiful stuff, and he is one of the few dealers in there who are willing to deal. By deal, I don't even make offers. Is the piece I'm about to show you now came with a full description, which I'll show you in a minute, and the price of £75. Now, I don't even ask Adrian for prices. I just point at stuff I like, and he gives me dealer price. He gives me better than dealer price. He gives me friend price. So I go down, you ask for Adrian, he's got a stall upstairs and a massive stall downstairs, and he has some unique stuff. But yeah, I just pointed out half a dozen pieces. In fact, I bought quite a bit off Adrian, but this piece I think is quite special. I'm going to show you it. So it is an original World War II photograph of the trainee camp and the RAF pilots at Fort William of Canada. All right, so you got a beautiful photograph. All these, some of these he's searched up, and some of these have turned into be flying aces. But what makes this so special is every single pilot on there has signed a name. So it's glass back, glass front. All the signatures are there for the pilots. 1940, give or take. And I think that is quite special. I think that is a rare, unique piece. Original photograph. There's plenty of original photographs around, no doubt. But how many of these men never made it back? You know, the story behind it, the fact they've all signed it. Some of them turned out to be quite important people. I haven't done a single research yet on the name. Obviously, this is unboxing. I haven't looked through it all. But on the day, he told me when he looked up some of the names, a few of them turned into be aces, and I take Adrian's word. He's honest dealer. This is what was stuck to it. So I couldn't really go wrong. Everything I needed is there. It's framed, it's ready to go, it's well presented, and he's charged me £45. That's not me knocking him down for £45. He actually offered it at £45. When I point stuff out, he knows I'm there to spend money. Imagine I've had quite a bit off him. £45, I think I can, on my website, comfortably ask £120, £125 for that and wait for a collector who really wants it. It's definitely a website piece, not a shop piece. Hello, Lois Hoover. Thank you, they are beautiful. And just will start showing some comments. So yeah, I don't know what you think of the photograph. I don't know how rare it is, but I would imagine it's quite rare. So as you can see, I've had a really exceptional day on Sunday. And I'm not a witch. Do you know what? I'm going to have to get up. I got a huge copper cauldron and cover. It's got dents, but it doesn't have holes. And it's got a nice big wrought iron handle. Actually, it has got a couple of holes. I didn't see those in the rimber there. Just in the rimber, yeah. Oh, have to excuse that noise. So yeah, it's got a couple of little holes, but on the rim, not in the actual cauldron itself, just around the edge, just around by here. There's some splitting. Covers about 10 inches to be honest with you, but this is a massive, massive cauldron. Now, I'm putting it down because it weighs a ton. At £4 a kilo, I think I'm in profit. I paid £40 for the cauldron. But that is one I want to have a look with you now to see whether we can find anything similar on Google or eBay. We'll have a little look because I think it's quite special. I've seen cauldrons without lids, without handles, or with serious damage, and they've always been up like 70, 80, 90 pound. I haven't come across a cauldron that size, and that's big size as you saw, in that condition, 40 quid. It was less than the scrap value. The scrap value on that's got to be 50, 60 pound. It weighs a ton. But I do want to have a look, so we'll have a look now. If I screen share, we'll see if we can find anything. I think that's what you spell Cauldron. 100%. Let's have a look. Right, so no. Cauldron, not N. Okay, let's have a look what's here. So, Christ, that's a jam pot, I think. You can see the sort of monies they're asking for these. That's why I thought it was something special. That is very close to what I got, except theirs is polished and smaller. I know a lot of people use them as planters. I'm not going to clean it either. Right, so there's nothing on the asking. Let's check the soles. Okay, so you got £200 there. No lid for that one. That's relatively close. 145 best offer. You don't know what they paid for that. £60 a year for a little one. Cauldron. But let's see if we can find one with a lid. Images. They're not that common, are they? I haven't, as I said, I haven't seen one in this condition for a while. Like, there's a copper cauldron. What size are you? Copper cauldron. They're asking 145. Description size. This one is 30 centimeters. Oh, Christ, that's tiny. Mine's more like 50 centimeters. And they're asking 145. Either way, I think it's a nice thing. I'm going to struggle to ship it because of the size. I don't know whether or not I'd manage to get it in the past package size. However, nice big Victorian copper cauldron. And it's got to be worth 150 quid, hasn't it? So there's 100 profit on that. So moving on. We have a bit of the Titanic memorabilia. So this is a limited edition presentation clock, Titanic, A Moment in Time, by Brad X, which is like Bradford Exchange, and it has got the White Star Line stamp on the back, and it's issue number 0662. So everything you need to know is on the back. It's really pretty looking thing. And it seems to be in really good condition. I just thought it was a beautiful little object. There's a lot of Titanic collectors out there. Now, days of firing, and believe me, in 25 days, they can make a lot of these clocks. Does it say what year it was made? No, it doesn't give the year. I would say it's got a little bit of age, 10, 20 years on it. But either way, it's a nice clock. It cost me a £5 in Bessemer Road in one of the indoor units. Even though the car boot sale isn't on, the units are there. And the certificate's inside. I can't get it out. The certificate's inside. Have some fun getting that out with some tweezers later. So yeah, £5. I think that's going to go into £30, no problem at all. Comfortably £30, £35, especially as long as it's running. I'll have to check it's running, but I'll make a nice little presentation piece for somebody. This was another Adrian buy from a pumping station. And this is quite something again. It was absolutely stunning until I dropped it. So we got a very nice, clean Seiko gold-plated watch. It's wind up. It's got an expandable strap, and really does just look the part. It's a beautiful watch. I got an eyeglass somewhere. We can have a look at the price of these now. It is a Seahorse Diashock, and it really is clean. So we'll have a little look. It looks brand new, but it's obviously it's vintage. But how vintage, I don't know. So one word or two? Seahorse Diashock watch. I think it's two. Right. Okay. Well, there they are. Seiko Seahorse Sportsmatic Automatic Diashock. So they are 1960s. So it's a beautiful watch. It's got, I'll show you all the back and everything in a minute. So we got 250, 132, 122. When you come down to 50 quid just for a rough head. I wonder how much they're asking not sold. That's sold prices. So only 4 on the 150s, 189. That's the Skyliner. So that is looking like it's a £150 watch. It's, as he said, he tested it. It's in beautiful working order. He told me that. It's clean. The strap is in good condition. Oh, I don't think I shared that. Sorry. Hang on. Right, so here's the prices of the Seiko Seahorse Sportsmatic. I wonder if I could change and make it one word a minute. Hang on. So they're 250, 130, and that. You heard the prices of the ones up for sale. So again, as one word, it's still 250 and the hundreds. And then you come down there, 50 quid. So beautiful watch. Now, Adrian only asked me £20 for this. A running, beautiful Seiko watch, wind up. And he asked me £20. We just saw the prices of them. And this is as clean a watch as you want to get with a roll gold strap, expandable strap. So again, it's going to go on the website, £150. That was a nice little surprise, to be honest with you. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be like £50, £60. What a beautiful little watch. Okay. Tea cakes, hello. 35 on the clock. And what's that? Anyone doing a coconut try? I have 100 Bradford exchange plates. I couldn't bring myself to list them either. I only bought that because it was Titanic. But you never know. Somebody may want to do a trade. Let's open this up. This piece came in with the copper cauldron. I'll watch I don't cut myself with this Stanley blade. Okay, so we've got a brass Art Nouveau mirror. Now, I felt on the day that this one was period, not a later edition. I could be wrong, but it does look the part. It doesn't look like what you get on the repos. Now, this one cost me £15. It was a beautiful mirror. Even if it turned out to be a repo, it's £20, £25, but I think it's original. I don't think it's a repo. The patina just looks original, to be honest, doing the color of the metal, everything. Quality of it. And the glass. So yeah, I can't see no markings, stamps, reg numbers, or nothing on there. A nice Art Nouveau pattern. I love the flowing lady at the front for the handle. Really elegant and pretty. And it's got to be a £35, £40 mirror. Most of the things I bought today are going to go on the website. I went out shopping for the website, as I will be on Saturday and Sunday. I'm not really buying for eBay anymore. The slot head screws are a good start. Yeah. It does look a lot better than a lot of what I've seen. So I'm fingers crossed with it. What else did I get? Yeah, these are quite nice. In the pumping station still, I bought a pair of bookends. Now, I'm not sure if these are Black Forest. They are chip carved. I got two of them. I'll show you them separately. Now, this one I recognize as Don Quixote. And it's in good condition. Now, when you consider all this is all chip carved, just like you'd get on Black Forest. So I'm not 100%. It could be Black Forest, but it is all carved wood. And Adrian did say who this one was, but I can't remember. A little bit of research will show them up, no problem. But again, all chip carved. I only paid a tenner for these, so if they turn out to be Black Forest, a little bit of wax on them, then they could have a little bit of value. You know, they could be up 45, 55 pounds, something like that. They're hand carved, they're bookends, they're usable, decorative. You know, they're not going to be less than 30, 40 quid either way. But if they're Black Forest, then they're going to have more of a following. But I just liked them. They were handmade, they're unique. And I just thought, you know, they make an interesting thing to go on the website. Back to back, just a pair of bookends. So they were quite nice. This one, little hunting on. I can't blow one. I'm not even going to attempt it. You'll all be laughing at me. Copper and brass. Now, the ones you want to look for on these are sterling silver. They put like £300-400. This one, he was asking £24, and he gave me this for £15. Now, the last one of these I sold, I had achieved £55 comfortable. And I regularly get between 40 and 60 for these little handing-ons. You don't get it for the big long ones, the coach horns and things like that, but these smaller ones, you do get it. And if you can get a maker's stamp or something like that on it, the price only goes up. But it's in nice condition. It's got a lovely original patina. It's clean. And it's going to be on the website for £45-50. And it will sell just like all the others have sold. Hunting memorabilia, mining memorabilia, all that type of stuff. I absolutely love it. Most of this stuff have all come off Adrian, and he's done me good deals on it. Now this, what's his description on this? Let's have a look. He's put it down as a brass jolly jack jar, whatever that is, jack tar, sorry. And he had £33 on there, and I can tell you now he charged me £15. Now, I'm not 100%, but I think this was an old tavern cigar lighter. You've got movable limbs on both arms, and you can see the age on them pins or screws. Now, he would have had, I think he's missing a bit of his pipe on the end here. He would have had like a Sherlock Holmes pipe. So when that came up, it would have gone to his mouth. But I'm not sure whether, if you look down here, see where that hole is there? I think it was a little spout to come off there for the flame. But I think it was a bar lighter. I'm not 100%. Trying to see where the gas would go in. Unless the gas come up and over. I don't know. Could just be a decorative ornament. But we were chatting about it and we felt it might have been a bar lighter. But a real nice, heavy figure. Just an old tavern scene. And I just liked it. It was quirky. As I said, it's got a little bit of damage by there. And it might be missing a pipe bit by there for a flame. But he charged me 15 quid. And to be honest with you, there's 2 or 3 kilos of brass by there. I wouldn't struggle to sell that for a profit. but I think it's, in my opinion, I think it's about £45. That's where I see that. This I absolutely love. Old bit of machinery, and have a look at how precise that is made. You got an absolute tiny anvil. Look at that. Is that not just the cutest thing in the world? So you've got a little desktop or bench vise, but this one would be for a jeweler, a watchmaker, something like that. Every single bit of this is handmade. The nuts are handmade. The threads are handmade. It's all handmade. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's Victorian. Now, we had £22 on it. He's put it down as early 20th, but I think it's a bit earlier than that. I could be wrong. He's more likely right. But I would have put it down as late Victorian myself. But it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, 20 quid on it, £22. Give it to me for a tenner. And I absolutely love it. And to be honest with you, I rate that £45, £35, £45, no problem at all. That's what I feel I can get for that, no problem. It is just such a pretty little thing. And if you don't want to use it, just displaying it as a tool, it's almost a work of art. So I buy what I like. It doesn't always make sense to other people, but I buy what I like and it makes sense to me. You need those in your life. I presume, are you referring to the bookends? I'm not sure. You have to tell me what you're referring to. Okay, moving on. I don't even know what's in my bag after it. Oh, it was just a little cheapie for the shop. He had £17 on that. And he charged me a £5. It's a little nude, probably 1930s chrome or maybe 50s bottle opener and bell, but she's missing a clanger. So because she's missing the clanger, he said, I'll take it for a £5. I had that for the shop, just as a little curio to fill in the shop. As with this, again, was another £5, but this one I actually like. It's quite a nice brass door knocker. Look at the details and the color and everything on this one. It's really nice. That's quite nice with the dog down there at the bottom. So yeah, that was a £5. Again, it's going to go for like 15 quid, 20 quid in the shop. It's just a nice decorative. It's probably 1930s door knocker. It's nothing majorly special. I'm going to move on to these. I had a pair of samurai swords. Now these cost me £20 each, £40 the pair. They are reproduction. I know that before you say anything. I know they're not originals. But this one is, they've gone to the trouble of signing it. And this one's got an edge. This is sharp. Not the best thing in the world to have, a sharp samurai sword. Especially when it's a repo. But they've gone to the trouble of putting a signature on it, which makes it that little bit better, I suppose. Because I got a standard repo next to it. This one here, again, only 20 quid. This one's quite nice. It's got the bronze on the top and little bronze piece here. It's got a standard, no edge, and not signed at all. But I sell a lot of swords in the shop for decorative purposes only, obviously. And I'm going to put 50 on the red one and 40, 45 on the black one. So they're quite nice. They're nothing special, but they're all right. And I know I don't buy these often, but when they come in for £4 and £5, you got to buy them. This one was a £5. If nothing else, it'll go in one of the cabinets along here, and it'll be just bought by someone who comes in over the door and takes a fancy to it. The lady's name is Sentiments, produced by Coalport. And these tend to range these days. They used to pull big money, but they tend to range from sort of £15 up, the big ones, £15-20 up to sort of £40-45. I would imagine she's going to be somewhere around £25-30. But for a fiver, she's in beautiful condition. I nearly left her there, but then I thought, no, I'm going to take her. Hello, Rebecca and Carmen. Thank you very much for coming. What else did we get? After the charity shop video yesterday, I shouldn't show these next couple of pieces, but I bought the next two pieces at charity shop. So we got a bit of Victorian cranberry glass. The colour's being distorted by my artificial. It's got the white frill that you find on it all. And this come in for £3 from the charity shop. And after yesterday's video, you know, with the charity shop, I shouldn't really say anything, but yeah, it's not going to pull a fortune. This a nice little cranberry bowl like that, you know, 5-10 years ago, it'd be £30-35. Now you're talking £15, £12-15 for it. But for £3, it's a nice bowl. It's in really good condition. You always find these little white frills damaged. This one's in nice condition, so I'm happy with that. It's not big money, but I got to have some smalls to fill the cabinets as well, some little pretties. This one I like. It's got a very 50s, 60s look to it. I just love the simplicity. The finish on there. It's not a plain color, which is quite nice. And this is not what you'd expect from West German pottery, which is exactly what it is. So, pattern name is Linda, made in West Germany, 3575. And as you can see again, charity shop buy, it cost me £4. But again, West German pottery is on the up. It's in beautiful condition. It really is in beautiful condition. And it's got the age. Otherwise, it wouldn't be West Germany. It'd just be Germany. So again, yeah, £25-30, no problem at all for £4. That's no doubt one of the reasons the charity shops are out then. But these weren't from my local charity shop, before you think that. If I move back down to Bessemer Road, I had, in its original box, there's a hint as to who made it. It's Villeroy and Boch. And we have, if I chuck the box down there, a big anniversary edition dish. It's stinking dirty. You can see there. I haven't touched this stuff since purchasing it. Now it cost me £5. And again, in its box, once it's all cleaned up, you know, but I'm not going to struggle, you know, 20-25 quid for a big piece of Villeroy and Boch this size in its box. Some of the prices may change, may go up, may come down a bit once I do some research. I haven't looked at none of this stuff. It's all come in and now I'm unboxing it. So I'm only guesstimating the prices, but for £5, I wasn't leaving it there. I'll share a couple of pieces that I lost again this week. I bought more architectural antiques from the same dealer in Bessemer that I bought a couple of the other pieces. I bought these. Let me show you these. Where is it? So I bought, if you can see it, if it's going to load in, a chimenea. Now this one is cast iron and it weighs a ton. I can tell you that now. It took 2 to get it in the car. It does come apart. The chimney comes off. The lid comes off. It's about 1 inch thick of cast iron. It really is. Or in some parts, 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick. It's covered in butterflies all the way around, front, back. It's got massive loop handles on the side. Really nice chimney. It's gorgeous and it's in really good condition. There's a little bit of damage to the mesh, but yeah, I'll go back that way. Now this, would you believe, cost me a whole £40. I couldn't leave it there. £40. And on the same stall, I should have got better photos of them. Can you see the two wrought iron gates behind them? They're very elaborate. One's 6 foot, the other one is a 5 foot. And they sold me the two gates for £10 each. So the chimney is going up on my patio, and the two gates are going to be used on different levels of my garden, because my garden is stepped, and well, I got to have gates on there because of the baby. Since I got it open, I'm going to show you this. I absolutely adore. I'll get to some more comments in a minute. I absolutely adore this. It's 1930s, looking at that type of car, and it's a penknife. It's enamel, and it's absolutely beautiful. Come off Adrian again in the pumping station. He had some like £30, £33, £35 on it, and he gave it to me for £14. So it wasn't expensive by any means. Really nice. There was no maker's mark on it that I could see, but such a nice thing. Look at that. It's even got the chauffeur in the front window. Look, you can just make out the chauffeur and his hat and the steering wheel. What a beautiful looking thing. So yeah, nice penknife. I can actually see something by there. I don't know what that is. Let me actually have a look, because I got it by see a maker when I looked. Right, well, I can see a maker's mark. It's Sheffield, England, but I can't read the maker's mark a minute. But that's one I can look up. So it may add some more value onto this once I do the research on the maker's mark. I didn't actually see that on the day when I looked at it. There it is there. I wonder if I could zoom into that. No. Zoom in. There. There we go. Richmond, Sheffield, England, maybe. Absolutely love it. As penknife score. Now, you can't put that on eBay, but I'm fortunate. I have my own website, and I think small is beautiful. And unless I can find another one of them, I'm going to be asking sort of £40 for that. I haven't seen another one of these ever. And now it's got a maker's mark to it. I'm even happier. It's in good condition. It's just a really nice penknife. I could be over the top for 15. I don't know, but I can only go on my gut instinct of what I think things are worth. What I do know, the chimney, I saved myself a fortune, because my partner, she was looking at buying one of those recently and saved me a fortune buying that one, and she loves it. So I'm happy with that. What have we got? I bought a matched pair of Ernest Gustave Gyrodot plus fees on Friday. His work many is planted recently, but still should double up. Well done. Was that auction or private? Right. I got a couple of pieces that are just shop fill. They're nothing special. This one come in from Splot Car Boot Sale, and obviously we all know who he is. He's quite a common Paddington Bear. You can't really mistake him, can you? And he was £1.50. So for £1.50, pretty, and it's something everybody can relate to. And you know, yeah, they'll just hit on sentiment. They might have had one as a kid and they'll just pick it up and go, for 8 or 10 quid, I'll buy that and take it home, and it'll bring back some memories. was in auction, but not online bidding. I actually left considerable, well, I say considerable, I left 3 book bids in the auction on, I was the underbidder on a pair of 19th century porcelain figures. I bid 200, they went for 220, so I was obviously the underbidder on that. I was way out on a load of Norwegian silver. I valued it 20 quid a piece to sell it on for £45 a piece, £50 a piece. But by the time you pay your commission and everything, so I think I bid 80 or 90 quid on that, and it went for £250, and it was only a fork, a spoon, might have been 2 forks, but it was Norwegian silver either way. And my other lot was, there was a big lot of mixed metalware, and in there was a really nice 18th century, late 18th century, but Georgian brass and iron trivet. And you know the type with the big black iron legs, and then on the top you got the brass. But the brass wasn't just standard or pierced or anything. It had an eagle as the brass top, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I bid £80 on the entire job lot because I only wanted that one item through it. And I thought it's worth £150, £200. Anyway, I didn't watch the auction because I didn't want to bring myself to up the bids. So I went on later, checked, and my bid was £80 on that lot, and it sold for £80. So I thought, so Stephen said, yeah, won one. I lost the other 2, but I thought, okay, I'll wait for the invoice. I'll go down, I'll be over the moon just to have that one lot. And shockingly, it sold for £80, but yet I won the winning bidder. So they either sold it for £80 to the room, or they sold it to an earlier bidder than myself for £80. But obviously, with my £80, that must have been matched, because if they bid more, my £80 would have pushed them to 85. So they must have put an £80 bid before me, which was devastating. Anyway, next piece we have, as traditional and boring as they come. However, we have a baby bowl in Wedgwood in China, Peter Rabbit pattern, and it cost me £2. Again, it's something for the shop just to have in a cabinet, because people come in, they relate to them, they use them, and you know, they'll go, oh, I ate out of one of them as a kid, I'll get one for my little one. Stinking dirty, needs a wash. But for £2, again, it's going to go out for like a tenner. So I'm over the moon. You know, it's shop fill. I got to have some shop fill. This one was quite nice. I'm unsure of how it's going to clean up. So we got a silver plate tray. It's quite a nice tray. Nice little pattern on it. It only cost me £1, so it's worth about £3, £2.50, £3 just in scrap value. So I'm making good profit if I wanted a weigh ring, because silver plate is brass or copper. It'll either be silver on copper or silver on brass. But what I liked about this one, if you turn him round, can you see that diamond mark there? That is a Victorian lozenge mark. So if I put an eyeglass on this and get my book out, I can tell you the exact day, month, and year this was made. It's 19th century. Unfortunately, it's plate, not silver. It would have been nice as silver, but I liked the fact it had the Victorian lozenge mark, and it cost me £1. She was using it for a teas and a kettle and everything. And I said, how much is the tray as I'm dragging it out from under the stuff? And she said, oh, £1. So for £1, if it polishes up nice, that lozenge mark will make it worth 20 or 30 quid just for the lozenge mark. If the plate's worn, it's still going to be sort of £15, again, because of the lozenge mark. If you didn't have the lozenge mark, it'd be £5. It's the lozenge mark that makes it special. If anybody wants to know how to read those lozenge marks, I've actually done a video on my channel on them. It's quite an educational video, that one. You know, I all like my Oriental, so I have a nice hand-painted porcelain table screen. This one came in from Tremorfa flea market, and it was £5. Really nicely painted. That's not a break running through it, that's a vein running in the marble. So nice little thing. No great age, but it's pretty. It's let's see, it was a £5, and it'll go in the shop here for 15 or 20 quid. So it is what it is. It's nothing special, but it's okay. This one, on the other hand, I'm not 100% yet if it's Chinese or Japanese, but it's quite beautiful. This one come in the same stall as the chimenea, the gates, and a few of the other pieces, quite a few. It's got calligraphy across the top here, signed twice, 2 signatures, all the calligraphy, and then there is a character mark to the base. Now, I haven't done no research on it yet. I haven't got my book out, nothing. All I know is it cost me £2. And I can't tell you a lot about it other than the fact I love it. It's very pretty. Porcelain is very white. So it's just a nice little thing. Bit of research needed. It does look Chinese to me. By the way, it's a nice little thing, and for £2, it's going in my collection. It's not being up for sale. Let me grab some in here now. I know I've disappeared, but I'm coming back. This was another buy from the same place as the chimenea. Stand back here. We have a beautiful Persian rug. Well, I assume Persian. It weighs a ton, and it is very, very clean. Very clean. No holes, no damage. Literally does. It is heavy as hell. And on the edges, it is hand knotted. So it's all hand tied and knotted. And would you believe, this was on the floor. When we walked in, they had their room set up on top of it. And I asked them how much, and they said £5. So we moved everything. They had push bikes, they had everything on top of it. We got everything off it, dragged it out, checked both sides, make sure there was no holes and things like that. You know, it's really nice quality carpet. It was £5. I couldn't leave it there. So I got to get it cleaned, and then I'm going to put it up for sale. But Cardiff City Auctions had a load of these carpets in this week, mostly hand knotted like this one. And they were all exceeding £100. So for a £5, that was an absolute steal. I don't know what you think of it. Let me see, have I got anything more I wanted to share with you stock-wise? I think that's it for the stock. I don't know what you think. I've got another 2 hauls to film yet. I've had a really nice haul of coins, gold and silver coins, gold crowns, solid silver, £5 coins, and so forth. I'll film them another day. And an old gentleman came in and wanted some badges and that I got, or I had in my cabinet, and he wanted a trade. And we done a trade deal, bartering rather than cash. So I got that one to film as well. So all in all, I'm slowly but surely going to catch up ready for the weekend. Or at least that's my hope. And then I can get filming again Saturday and Sunday and get up to Malvern. If anybody's up in Malvern, feel free to say hi. Hang on, bear with me, sorry. Yeah, if anyone's up in Malvern, say hi. I will be up there, no doubt. And I'm going to be down in Splot on Saturday. So I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a look at some of these pieces. And as I say, it was easier for me to do it live than film it, edit it, and try and upload it. So thank you very much for coming, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.